Hello chess lovers, Soren here, and in today's video I want to share with you an exciting Super Blitz game played by Russian chess grandmaster Sergey Karjakin. This game Karjakin played during Chess24 Banter Blitz session. His opponent's username is Aveng05, rated 2359. Let's see how the game went on. Karjakin had white pieces and he opened up with e4, to which black answered with e6. French defenses on the board, against which white is choosing the classical variation. The classical Steinitz is on the board, and knight c2, with which white is freeing the c3 square for the pawn in order to strengthen the center. This setup is allowing white to go for a kingside attack, while usually black is organizing his game on the queen side. Knight f3. An alternative is first playing f4 and then knight f3. Bishop e7, knight f4, c takes d4, c takes d4, and knight b6. This is a dubious move. Better was queen b6, putting pressure on d4 and making it hard for white to develop his pieces. In that case, bringing the bishop on d3, where it can put useful pressure on black's king side, is becoming a challenging task for white. Instead, in the game we see knight b6, and this is actually an awkward square for black knight. It can't create any problems for white. Bishop d3 h6, white castled kingside, and in return black also castled kingside, which is a catastrophic decision. And now by playing bishop b1, white is freeing the d3 square for the queen, and the queen, supported by the light squared bishop, will harass black king f6, with which black is creating further weaknesses on the king side. At this point we see bishop takes f6, and this is actually very surprising the way 2359 rated player is playing. Maybe he was too excited to face Karjakin, but this is not how you should play the solid French defense. Bringing the bishop on a3 can be very useful when targeting black king. Knight before queen g6 check, king e7, queen g4, hitting on e6. Yeah, it seems like that there is no way to defend it, right? Also, knight g6 is the threat. Black played king d6 and lost the pawn on e6. And now we're going to see a brutal king hunt. Now you can't win black rook because your knight is pinned. You will lose your queen. That's why we first see queen g3, and after king c6, this time Karjakin announced a check from c7. King b5, yeah, he's going for a direct kill and is not interested in this rook. Knight c5, the queen is now under attack. Also, the knight can be useful in the attack. a4 check. Karjakin is missing a forced line, a forced mating line, but we will come back to it a little bit later. So after a4 check we see king a5, knight takes b7 check, king a6. And the interesting thing is that in this position already there is no forced mate. That's why Karjakin just went for an exchange of queens and won the bishop. He is a piece up. Also he has two extra pawns, right? Yeah, that's why after an exchange on c5 finally black resigned. And now I would like to suggest to go through the game while Stockfish is on. So in the game we see knight b6 move, after which we have a huge change in evaluation, and yes, knight b6 is really bad. What is this? g5. Yeah, g5 looks very interesting, right? g5, g4. A non-standard advance, but I really like that type of an idea. This looks very crazy, and those who are playing French defense, taking into consideration this line can be useful, especially in online blitz. Yeah, you can take your opponent by surprise. Queen b6 is the standard move. Instead we see knight b6, after which black is starting to face serious problems. The bishop on b1, h7 diagonal is becoming a huge headache for black. And now we see castling, which is already catastrophic. Yeah. What should black play instead of castling? You are like entering the bear's den, you know, with this castling. Instead we see castling, and very quickly and then with f6 you're creating further weaknesses, but it's not like that. With g6 you can survive longer. Yeah, then queen d3, and yeah, this means that white has a crushing advantage. Just no way out. Is b3 good? Yeah, it looks interesting, right? You are also allowing your bishop, the dark squared bishop, to jump into the game. Here we go. I want to also stop on a key moment where Karjakin missed a forced mate. Yeah, check, knight c5, rook, bishop e6, and now the winning continuation, the mating continuation. You should play bishop d3 check, and this is actually a very nice one where we can see a queen sacrifice. If king a5, then just knight takes b7 checkmate, and if knight takes, oh sorry, what's happening? And if knight takes d3, then a4 check, and then knight takes d3. Sorry, you're leaving your queen on c7 hanging, and if black accepts it, then check. Another check, and finally with the dark squared bishop you're announcing a checkmate. Yeah, this was a nice line. In this type of position actually there must be a checkmate. Yes, you have to take a closer look. There is always a checkmate when your opponent's king is placed this awkwardly. But yeah, in blitz anything can happen. Karjakin just decided to go for a safe winning endgame. So this is it, dear chess lovers. Hope that you enjoyed this game. You can use this idea of bringing the knight on f4 against French, or if you're a French player, I don't recommend to put the knight on b6 or go for that early castling when already your opponent has too much pressure on the king side. Exploring this game anyways is useful, despite the fact that this is a blitz game. In the end, a simple chess puzzle where the task is to win with the black pieces. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in my next video.